What is up, everybody? Welcome on into this edition of Warchant TV. I'm Aslan Hajavani, joined by Warchant.com recruiting analyst Michael Langston. And when we both get together for one of these videos, it means something good's happened for the Noles, and that's another commitment for Mike Norvell and this staff. He didn't have to make a deal with the devil, but he went down to Diablo Valley. That's the valley of the devil, Michael, and they got Koby Gross, a tight end. We're going to pull up his recruiting profile here for a second. This was a name that kind of caught me by surprise, but then again, I'm not as tuned in as you are. What do we know about him, and how did this sort of relationship form and the commitment ultimately happen?
Yeah, this is a guy that we've talked about. I think last chat we briefly mentioned him. I think there's some questions about Koby Gross. I mean, it's the guy that they've been working on for a few months. Kenny Dillingham, Chris Thompson, both of them have been working really hard. What they liked about this guy, I mean, they've sent him a bunch of social media edits from FSU, so you could tell this was a guy that they were certainly taking a hard look at. And then obviously FSU offered this past week. He's already got a lot of interest. FSU was the first offer. A lot of those schools are in there: Auburn, California, Louisville, Nebraska. There's more teams as well in there, like TCU and so on. But FSU was the first to jump aboard, and he has family in the state of Florida, from what I've been told. So it would be almost like a homecoming, of coming back home. So I think this seemed to be the perfect fit. This guy can do a little bit of everything. We'll kind of get into that in a few minutes, but he was a guy that Norvell, who's really big on tight ends, he loved the fact that this guy had the versatility to do so many things for him.
Michael, we've mentioned just how important it is for this staff to be able to properly evaluate guys. I guess this is another sort of a piece of evidence that they're ahead of the curve on a lot of guys. As you mentioned, one of the first offers, and then now they're starting to come pouring in. Another good sign about this staff's ability, right?
Yeah, I think it just speaks to they don't just jump on kids just to jump on kids. It's not just, we offer them just to offer them to follow the leader. I mean, they do a lot of diligence as far as looking into these kids. This is a 6'3", 6'4", probably 6'3.5", 6'4", 235-pound tight end. People watch his film. This kid is very athletic. He's got good speed for a tight end. When you watch him, he separates from linebackers very well. Certainly in the receiving department, he's going to add a lot to your red zone excellencies, and he's certainly going to be a weapon as far as in the receiving department. And as a blocker, he really seals his block really well. I mean, the guy is very accomplished and developed as a blocker already. So I think he's a kid that multidimensional. He can already give you solid production right away, and that's the big thing. They're going to use 2 or 3 tight end sets. So if you're going to use 2 or 3 tight end sets, you got to have a lot of tight ends on your roster, and certainly they have a few already there. But I think they want to add a guy that's a proven guy at the JUCO level, can come in there, help FSU right away. You also have Jackson West that's committed. Maybe they add another one with all these other offer tight ends they have. 3 is not totally a shocker if they decide to take 3, but I think they want to have a lot of different type of tight ends that can do a lot of different things. Obviously, there's a certain skill set that they're going to look for, but I think versatility, and some guys are going to be more blockers. Some guys are going to be more of pass receivers. This kid looks like he's kind of a combination of both. But as I said before, getting a guy that's already proven ready and D1 ready for the JUCO ranks, and this kid certainly has shown that, the way he gets off blocks, the way he catches the ball with very good hands for a tight end, and that's a big thing when you're starting to evaluate all these guys. So I think he's a guy that can certainly help you right away, and I think that's the big thing.
Again, Koby Gross, 6'3", 235-pound tight end out of Diablo Valley Community College. That's in Pleasant Hill, California, as most of us already know. Michael Langston breaking things down only as he can for Warchant.com. Michael, thanks for your time as always, friend.
You got it.